In the headlines, hundreds of Rocky Mount residents are still mourning the death of a local store owner. We hear from them. Nash County deputies make a major drug bust, and one of the alleged dealers operates a local business. It's a possibility that people who carry legally concealed handguns in the state could take them into more restaurants and state and local parks. And cameras in public restrooms, we hear why our local library has them. These stories and more coming up on NewsBreak starting now.
From WHIG-TV, this is NewsBreak 31. Now, here's Marie Torres.
Hello, and thanks for watching WHIG-TV NewsBreak, your voice in the community. I'm Marie Torres. Hundreds of Rocky Mount residents are still mourning the death of a local store owner. Here's our recent look at what the community is saying about the tragic loss. It's clear this neighborhood is still devastated by the loss of one of their key business members. Balloons, candles, cards, posters, and flowers continue to embellish the doorway of the store at 1100 Old Wilson Road, where 2 days ago witnesses discovered the body of longtime businessman and owner of Sammy's Takeout, Rafiq Salim Sofan, known to his community as Sammy. Yesterday, we revisited the store to see more and more heartbroken neighbors come out to honor such an influential person.
A lot of people was here last night, candlelight, people bought flowers and stuff. You know, it's just a bad thing happened to a nice person. He's helped a lot of people. He's helped a lot of people that didn't have anything or that didn't, couldn't make ends meet. Anything, whatever you needed from him, you asked him, you got it.
Over and over, we heard some of the same responses from those who came out to mourn. Sammy was a good man, and to Gregory Knight, Sofan was even like a father figure to many who live in this neighborhood.
Whatever did is they took a good man from the community, because whatever you need, if he can help you, he'll help you. If you come in short of stuff, if you ain't got all the money, he said, ask how much you got. If you ain't got it all, don't worry about it. He said, go and get it. And you can be miss a lot. You miss a lot. He's like a father to most of us around here.
And Jason Wilkes, who was enraged about Sofan's murder, believes Sammy was different because he truly gave back to his community. He says that's uncommon for many business owners of today.
Man, Sammy was a grandfather to some, a godfather to others, an uncle. Like he was somebody that could be depended upon and leaned on. Like very few business owners give back to the community the way Sammy did. We probably would never have a business owner in Rocky Mount give back to the community the way Sammy did. And that's my heart.
In light of such a tragedy, we asked Wilkes about his hope for those having to endure such crimes. He had this message for the people of Rocky Mount.
I hope that this community especially, but the whole city of Rocky Mount, because he was loved by everybody in Rocky Mount, I'm hoping that y'all wake up and understand that we need to get ourselves together, not the police. We need to get ourselves together.
In the meantime, the shock of this particular case doesn't seem to be dying down soon.
The way he died, just to a good person. I mean, it wasn't, that's just crazy. For what?
WHIG-TV, Rocky Mount. Rocky Mount police say they are seeking the public's help in solving this case. They are looking for information on at least 3 suspects possibly operating a 4-door older model gray Toyota Camry with 3 hubcaps and 1 black steel rim like the one pictured here. If you have any information on this crime, you're urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 252-977-1111. Your call can be anonymous. In other crime news, Nash County deputies make a major drug bust, and one of the alleged dealers operates a local business. Tuesday, a joint investigation by the Nash County Sheriff's Office and the North Carolina State Department State Bureau of Investigation led to the arrest of 3 men believed to be involved in the drug ring. They are 35-year-old Ronald Kyle Riverette, 47-year-old Stanley Eugene Dees and 57-year-old Kyle Douglas Rowe. The month-long investigation ended when investigators received information that Vera, who operates K&L Motors at 3107 South Church Street in Rocky Mount, would be on U.S. Highway 301 North near the NC 43 highway in possession of cocaine. A short vehicle pursuit ended in the parking lot of a convenience store at the intersection of U.S. 301 and Jeffries Road. Viveret and his passenger Dees were both taken into custody at that time, and approximately 1,000 grams of cocaine was seized. In addition, the investigation led to the deputies' search of a residence located at 1701 Beveny Road. There, investigators found approximately 590 grams of cocaine inside. Rowe, who resides at the home, was charged with cocaine found there. All three men are scheduled to appear in Nash County District Court today. The street value of all the cocaine seized is estimated at $150,000. And an area woman was arrested this week after she allegedly hit her boyfriend with a crowbar. Tuesday, Rocky Mount police were called to the 600 block of Sunset Avenue around 5 p.m. after receiving reports that 33-year-old Nikita Latrice Bellamy physically assaulted her 21-year-old boyfriend. Bellamy is currently charged with assault with a deadly weapon and was jailed in Nash County under a $1,500 secure bond. When we return, our WHIG-TV exclusive, cameras in the public restroom, voyeurism or security. That and more right after these words.
These pre-owned vehicles all come equipped with a lifetime warranty. Free Carfax history reports offer additional peace of mind, and they've all passed rigorous quality and safety inspections. Only then do they earn the right to wear the label DFL certified. Thinking they might be a tad expensive? Guess again. Every one of these pre-owned vehicles is priced below Kelly Blue Book value. Where? Davenport Auto Park in Rocky Mount. Your dealership for life. Who says you can't afford to drive the best?
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
WHIG-TV's Relay for Life auction is live March 12th starting at 11 a.m. And here are just some of the great items up for bid. This recliner from Home Trends. A painting from John's Gifts and Reproductions. This painting of East Carolina University by Jim Wordsworth. A Vera Bradley bag from Amy's Hallmark. A lamp from Bullock's Furniture. This UNC rocking chair from Hardee's Furniture. A $50 gift certificate from Creative Edible Fruit Arrangements and more. This quilt donated by Lois Cockler, and much more. Again, that's WHIG-TV's Relay for Life auction, live March 12th, starting at 11 a.m.
Welcome back to WHIG-TV Newsbreak. I'm Marie Torres. It's a possibility that people who carry legally concealed handguns in the state could take them into more restaurants and into state and local parks. That is if an idea in the House becomes law. Wednesday, a House Judiciary Committee recommended a measure allowing those with a concealed handgun permit to carry the weapon when eating in restaurants that serves alcohol. However, it's against the law for someone armed to consume alcohol. The law would also permit the hidden handgun in state parks and also prevent local governments from passing ordinances banning guns in parks they operate. The bill is now heading to the full House. Voyeurism or security. Many viewers came to us about surveillance cameras set up in the bathrooms at Braswell Memorial Library in Rocky Mount. You ask questions and you get answers. We spoke to several staff members of the library, including Philip Whitford, the Associate Director for Support Services. Here's what he had to say about the cameras.
We have video cameras located on the outside of the building that cover the parking lot and some of the entrances. We have cameras inside the facility that cover the inside of the main entrance, the public service desk, places where people are likely to be found, and throughout the building. And we also have cameras in the public restrooms on both floors.
Okay. Now, some people may be a little scared about the cameras in the restrooms. Kind of tell us about how those are set up.
The public restroom cameras cover only the common areas of the restroom, the sinks, and the entrances, and a little bit of the hallway type areas, the passageway type areas in those rooms. They don't cover the stalls, they don't cover the urinals, any of the private areas. You wouldn't see anything more on them than you would see if you just walked into the restroom. There are signs up at the entrances of all the restrooms that tell that there are cameras there, and the cameras are not hidden. They're in plain view. If someone wanted to look up, they would see the cameras.
Okay. Why not have the camera on the outside of the restroom?
The issue with the outside of the restroom is some of them have common entrances, so it would be difficult to tell from which room a person came from. And since the purpose of the cameras is to provide safety and security, we needed to be able to see a little bit more about what was going on in the common areas of the restrooms.
All right. And so is there someone constantly monitoring?
No, in fact, it's not monitored at all. They're not even monitors hooked up to the recorders. These are digital video recorders, DVRs, that are connected to the cameras. The recorders are locked in a wiring closet, and there's no monitor connected to them. The only time that the recordings are ever viewed is if we have an incident in one of the restrooms. If there's vandalism or someone gets hurt, that's when we would go and view this. We have a procedure, very strict procedure about who's authorized to view the recordings and when that can be done.
Okay. Any particular reason why some of the cameras are in the bathroom? Has there been any instances where they were probably needed?
We put the cameras in, I believe, in September of 2009. Previous to that, about once or twice a week, we had some minor vandalism going on in many of the public restrooms. In one of the restrooms in particular, the level of vandalism was increasing over a period of time, and the last incident before we decided to put the cameras in was particularly violent. Now, nobody was hurt, but somebody damaged the facility in such a way that it took a lot of effort, and we felt there was a lot of anger, a lot of violence involved. And we became concerned that what would happen if a child or a teenager or somebody walked in while somebody was in there in the process of doing this damage, that they might get hurt, that the anger might be turned toward them. That's when we started seriously investigating this. Since the cameras have been put in, we have had one confirmed act of vandalism in the restroom since the cameras put in. So they actually did work very well to stop the vandalism.
Okay. Now, has the cameras being in plain view, has it stopped any kind of services that you all do, or any patrons coming in and still using your services?
Not that we're aware of. We have had people question it. Not as many as you might think. Typically, the first thing people say is this legal? It is. We did check that with the library lawyers and under North Carolina law. We only record video, not audio. We don't try to record your conversations. Most patrons, when we explain why we put the cameras in and what they cover, the people that do question it, they're satisfied with it. We have cameras throughout the facilities we've already talked about. You go throughout the city of Rocky Mount, you see cameras, lots of different places. Most of the commercial entities that you go to have cameras. It is our understanding that a number of the commercial facilities you go to, some stores, have cameras in their restrooms and they hide them for whatever reason, probably publicity reasons. Some places have cameras in their dressing rooms. Again, that's legal in North Carolina, but we do not advocate the violation of that kind of privacy. We want you to have your privacy in the restroom. That's why we don't cover the stalls. That's why we don't cover the urinals.
Fred also told us that the cameras in the bathroom are stationed and do not rotate. The library's 2009 protocol for security cameras in public restrooms states that when viewing of video is deemed necessary, only male staff will view tape from the men's restroom and only female staff will view tape from the women's restroom. We'd like to get your opinion on this topic. Email me at marie.whigtv@gmail.com or call us at 252-885-1814 to make your voice heard. After the break, it's sports and weather. Don't go anywhere.
All these cars come with a lifetime guarantee.
Lifetime? That's a long time!
But that's not all. They also come with free maintenance services for life and loaner cars too.
Good grief!
Where can you find protection like that? Davenport Auto Park in Rocky Mount. It's called Dealership for Life, and it comes on Buicks, GMCs, Hondas, and even pre-owned vehicles at Davenport.
Used cars too?
Davenport Auto Park in Rocky Mount. Your dealership for life. Drive the best.
When it's happening to you, you'll hear from us. WHIG TV NewsBreak is reporting on the news, issues, and stories that matter to you. Call us at 252-885-1814. Email us at marie.whigtv@gmail.com or check us streaming live at whigtv.com. We're your voice, ready to bring you the news.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
WHIG TV's Relay for Life auction is live March 12th starting at 11 a.m. And here are just some of the great items up for bid. This recliner from Home Trends. A painting from John's Gifts and Reproductions. This painting of East Carolina University by Jim Wordsworth. A Vera Bradley bag from Amy's Hallmark. A lamp from Bullock's Furniture. This UNC rocking chair from Hardee's Furniture. A $50 gift certificate from Creative Edible Fruit Arrangements and more. This quilt donated by Lois Cockler, and much more. Again, that's WHIG TV's Relay for Life auction, live March 12th, starting at 11 a.m.
Thanks for staying with us. Before looking at the forecast, we'd like to announce this Saturday that WHIG TV is holding our 7th annual Relay for Life auction, and that starts at 11 a.m. and will continue through the day and the night. There are many items that will be auctioned off, including 4 tickets to a Panthers football game, a handcrafted birdhouse, gift certificates for hotels, restaurants, and stores, a blood pressure monitor from Home Health Care, Spider-Man jacket from Victory Lane in the mall, and perfume and cologne from Belk's. You can go to our website to see many more of these items. That's at WHIGTV.com. And this Saturday, you can bid from the comfort of your own home. Now for a look at the week ahead in weather, here is WHIG-TV meteorologist Fred Holdsworth. Fred.
Weather is on tap for our area today as a strong storm system moves through the area to the coast by tonight. This storm system is going to produce some various forms of severe weather, mainly in the production of damaging straight line winds. That's the wind with no circulation, just a downburst type of situation. And also some isolated tornadoes are possible. This system will be also bringing some heavy rain, and we can expect anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. And that higher amount will be in the vicinity of thunderstorms. So if you live in an area that is prone to flooding around a stream or creek or low-lying area, you want to pay particular attention to rainfall with this system as it moves through. Now, another thing that we want to look at, the isolated tornadoes. This is not a tornado outbreak by any stretch of the imagination, but it is capable of producing a tornado here and there, and these can certainly cause quite a bit of damage, as we saw last Sunday. Now, the straight line winds, these are winds that are brought down from the upper levels and where the winds are stronger, and these straight line winds are capable of also doing damage as well. 60 miles per hour could be some of the peak gusts, so be aware of that. Well, let's take a look at our forecast map now and see what we can expect later on today. The severe thunderstorm area is right over North Carolina, most of North Carolina, eastern Virginia, and just a little bit of northern South Carolina. The cold front will, by late today, will be down over the peninsula of Florida, coming in the central area around Daytona Beach, and then on out into the Gulf. As we go farther north, this is a low pressure system that is providing this severe weather along with the cold front that is trailing. The cold air will be coming in behind it. We'll see some snow, heavy snow is possible just to the north of northern New England, and snow is possible likewise over the state of Maine. Flash flooding possible north of the severe thunderstorm area, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey. This area right through here north of this warm front, and this will be behind the warm front right in this area here. This is where we're going to find the unstable air that is conducive to strong thunderstorm production right in here. Now as we go farther west, rain will be found over Tennessee, Kentucky, and Ohio today, and high pressure over Texas giving the southwest some fair weather, and also high pressure over Colorado. These two highs giving this area some pretty weather today. Going farther to the north, heavy snow is possible in western Wyoming, and also stretching down from Canada through the state of Idaho. Another cold front has pushed into the Pacific Northwest, and this is going to produce some rain and snow mixed in the lower elevations. The heavy snow right here will be mainly in the higher elevations of Idaho. Rain will be found all along the Pacific Northwest coast from Washington through Oregon down into central California. Well, let's take a look at our forecast now and see what we can expect for today. Remember, there's a severe weather threat today. We are in the slight risk category as provided by the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma. Today, showers and thunderstorms, possibly severe with heavy rain possible. High of 68, south wind 15, gusting to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms, clearing late with a low of 39, west wind 10 to 15, gusting to 25. For Friday, sunny with a high of 57, west wind 10 to 15. Friday night, cloudy, clearing late Friday night with a low of 31 and a west wind at 7 miles per hour. Sunny on Saturday with a high of 65, a little bit breezy on Saturday with a west wind 10 to 15, gusting to 25. Saturday night, clear with a low of 43. Sunday, sunny with a high of 66. Sunday night, clear with a low of 37. And Monday will be sunny with a high of 58 and a low of 37. Showers will be moving in on Monday night. Our high temperature yesterday, 61 degrees. Our low this morning, 55. And that's a look at your Rocky Mount weather. Now back to you.
Thanks, Fred. And here with us is Edward Green with sports. What's the latest in sports this week, Edward?
We got some good basketball stuff to talk about, Marie. We got the ACC tournament going on right now, and thanks for joining us, but we're going to get you an ACC update right now. In that brief lull between the regular season and the tournament for the ACC, something has to fill the void, and that is where the awards come in to recognize the great seasons some of the players in the conference had this year. We have the full list now, and we start with the Player of the Year. Senior Duke guard Nolan Smith averaged over 21 points per game this season, taking on a more dominant role on a team after the early season injury to fellow guard Kyrie Irving. The senior also averaged nearly 5 rebounds and 5 assists per game. Smith is also a finalist for the John Wooden Award given to the nation's best player. Also receiving individual awards this year were a trio of Tar Heels. North Carolina coach Roy Williams was named Coach of the Year. Freshman Harrison Barnes, Rookie of the Year, after developing into an assassin as the season progressed. And sophomore forward John Henson earned Defensive Player of the Year honors after racking up nearly 3 blocks and close to 10 rebounds a game. The All-ACC teams were also announced this week. The first team was made up of Nolan Smith, Maryland's Jordan Williams, Virginia Tech's Malcolm Delaney, Duke's Kyle Singler, and Boston College's Reggie Jackson. The second team comprised of Henson and Barnes, as well as teammate Tyler Zeller, Georgia Tech's Iman Shumpert, and Virginia Tech's Jeff Allen. The third team featured injured Florida State player Chris Singleton, Clemson's DeMontez Stitt, Joe Trapani from Boston College, Malcolm Grant from Miami, and the man many deem key to North Carolina's turnaround this year, guard Kendall Marshall. As for the all-freshman team, of course, this year Harrison Barnes led the way as a unanimous choice. He was joined by his teammate Marshall, as well as Travis McKee from Wake Forest, Terrell Stoglin of Maryland, and C.J. Leslie of NC State. Finally, the all-academic team features 2 players who already received honors, Tyler Zeller and Kyle Singler, and joining them are John Cahill from Boston College, Luke Lokes from Florida State, Ryan Kelly and Mason Plumlee from Duke, Tyrone Kelly from Virginia Tech, Will Reagan and Will Sherrill from Virginia, Tanner Smith from Clemson, Eric Swoop and Adrian Thomas from Miami, and Mufan Udofia from Georgia Tech. Now, we gave you the ACC tournament schedule on Monday, but here it is again. In fact, one game is just underway between Virginia and Miami, and it is currently knotted at 11 with just about 10 minutes to play in the half. That will be followed by Boston College and Wake Forest at 2:30 this afternoon. Later tonight at 7, Maryland plays NC State, while in a battle of techs, Virginia Tech takes on Georgia Tech immediately after in the nightcap. And Friday at noon, the action restarts with North Carolina facing either UVA or Miami. Clemson will take on Boston College Wake Forest winner. Duke will take on either Maryland or NC State, and Florida State will play the winner of the Tech game. And of course, these semifinals start at 1 on Saturday with the second one at 3, and they're scheduled to end just 2 hours before the NCAA brackets are announced with the championship on Sunday. So for these teams playing today, Marie, they're all trying to they have to either win out or they're going to have to do some real damage to be included in this tournament. This is make it or go home time.
All right. Well, thanks for that update, Edward.
Thanks, Marie.
And thank you for tuning in to NewsBreak today. Join us next week as we continue to bring you news that's impacting our community. For WHIG TV, I'm Marie Torres. We'll see you next time.